With Season 2 of Outer Banks having just come to an end, there's no doubt that fans can't wait for the third installment to arrive on our screens. But while Netflix takes their time announcing the renewal of the new season, let's take a look at the ages and life partners of our favorite cast members. You never know, some might surprise you. Number 1, Madeline Klein. First up on our list is Madeline Renee Klein, who was born in Charleston, South Carolina on the 21st of December 1997, making her only 23 years old. But as young as Madeline may be, she sure has done a lot when it comes to her time behind the camera. While she is undoubtedly best known for her portrayal of Sarah Cameron in the Outer Banks universe, she also played a pretty large role in the movies Boy Erased, The Giant, and What Breaks the Ice. You might have also missed the small role she played in Stranger Things, which had her portraying a party-throwing senior that didn't get much airtime. But when she was handed the leading role of Sarah back in April of 2020, Madeline decided that nothing was going to get in the way of her career, so she incorporated herself into the character, resulting in some of the best acting ever seen in a teenage drama. And it looks like this has been well worth it, with rumors currently circulating that she's been able to secure herself a role in the upcoming sequel to Knives Out. But as much as Madeline wanted to focus on her career and leave her personal life behind, there's always a danger of becoming vulnerable when you are portraying your own love story on the silver screen. After becoming the character of Sarah, who has always had an almost tumultuous relationship with John B., Madeline found herself falling head over heels for Chase Stokes, the man behind her on-screen crush. When asked about the type of guys that usually pique her interest, Madeline answered that she is very attracted to intellect, with physicality being a secondary thing for her. But when she set her eyes on Chase and came to learn all those crazy things about him on set, she found herself lucky enough to get the best of both worlds. At least, that's how she put it. Just 2 months after the first season of the show had hit Netflix, and the couple finally made things official, stating that they couldn't hide it anymore. So as it turns out, Sarah and John B. have an undeniable connection for a reason. Behind the acting, there are truly intense feelings, and we couldn't be happier for the two lovebirds. Number 2, Chase Stokes. While on the topic of this incredible love story, we have to talk a bit about Chase Stokes, who has actually been the most outspoken member of the relationship. For those of you who don't know, James Alexander Chase Stokes, as he is formally known, was born in Annapolis, Maryland on the 16th of September 1992, which means that he is just a few days away from turning 29 years old. Although one of the oldest members of the Pogues, Chase brilliantly made a name for himself by bringing the character of John B. to life, quickly making him a fan-favorite cast member of the show. And with the realistic relationship between him and Sarah being front and center, this is really no surprise. It's why the majority of us watch Outer Banks in the first place. He hasn't had quite as many television and movie spots as his fellow cast members, but if you wanted to check him out in something else, take a look at Between Waves, which sees him portraying a similar character to John B. And if you want something different, then Dr. Bird's Advice for Sad Poets is definitely for you. According to Chase, he knew that there was going to be something between him and Madeline when they first met. There was an unforgettable connection between them, and while he wasn't sure whether this was a connection of friendship or romance at first, he found himself falling deeper and deeper as the runtime of the first season went on. But it wasn't until the two chose to quarantine together that they really fell head over heels for one another. When asked about why this was the case, Chase responded to Us Weekly by saying, "I think we were so invested in the work. The biggest thing for me is being even more proud of her work now as her partner and watching her grow as a person through this. I think there's always this element of asking, how can we make it not about Maddie and Chase? How do we make it about Sarah Cameron and John B?" So after the lovebirds were able to drop work for a bit and concentrate on themselves, their relationship flourished into something that just ended up making their portrayals of Sarah and John B's relationship all that much easier. Chase has also stated in the past that Madeline was the one who allowed him to heal from a pre-coronavirus breakup, showing him just how much love he has for her. The makings of a great new relationship. Number 3, Rudy Pankow. Another fan favorite cast member is Rudy Pankow, who is best known for his portrayal of JJ Maybank, the bad boy pogue that is always getting himself into trouble. The Alaskan native was actually born a grand total of 23 years ago on the 12th of August 1998 in the small region of Ketchikan. Not much is really known of his life prior to securing the role of JJ on the show, but his dreamboat status was more than confirmed when fans saw him take his shirt off for the first time. So much so that the second season had him shirtless for more than a few minutes at a time. No doubt a little bit of fan service to keep the engine running. That being said, these fans have also been responsible for making Rudy's private life a bit of a living hell. You see, after months of fan speculation about his alleged relationship with an assistant of the show, Elaine Simek, Rudy went on to confirm that he had fallen for her and that the two had begun dating. Fans didn't take this news lying down though, stating in more than a few words that this was irresponsible for a member of the production team like Simek, who was supposed to be working on set, not starting a relationship with one of the cast members. The controversial relationship was then explained by Pankow in great detail to fans, stating that she had never taken advantage of him or let go of any of her responsibilities on set. And considering how she is around 20 to 25 years old, we really have no idea why fans would have felt this way about her. But we're glad that Pankow defended her to the bitter end, telling fans to get a life and stop accusing her of being manipulative or anything of the like. And as it turns out, that's all that was needed for the relationship to flourish. Number 4, Madison Bailey. Madison Bailey is the next cast member on the list and was born in Kernersville, North Carolina on the 29th of January, 1998, making her only 22 years old. Best known for bringing the character of Kiara Carrera to life in the Outer Banks universe, Madison has also found herself appearing in a number of other titles, ranging from Black Lightning to The Impractical Jokers movie of last year. She's also one of the cast members who fans have questioned extensively on her private life, which she has actually been pretty open and honest about. You see, back in June of 2020, she went on to disclose the fact that she is pansexual, meaning that she is attracted to personalities rather than certain biological sexes or gender identities. As such, she found herself in a relationship with a woman by the name of Mariah Linney, who just so happens to be a basketball player for the University of North Carolina. And as it turns out, the couple couldn't be happier, with Madison expressing on many occasions that she is so happy to be able to call Mariah her own. Jonathan Davis, who is best known for bringing the character of Pope to life, is the complete opposite of Madison though. We know that he was born somewhere in Texas on the 28th of February 1999, making him just 22 years old. But not much else is known about the man. He tends to keep his private life pretty private, as we suppose it should be. Unfortunately for us, that means that we can neither confirm nor deny that Jonathan Davis is currently single. Take a look at his official Instagram account, and you'll see more than a few pictures with friends and family, but internet sleuths have yet to find any evidence of a romantic partner. In other words, we'll just have to wait for Davis to break the ice at some point. For now, though, it looks like you ladies still have a shot. Charles Esten. Last but not least, we thought we'd end this list by taking a look at the villainous Ward Cameron, who is so expertly portrayed by the likes of Charles Esten. For those of you who don't know, Esten has been in the filming industry for a number of years now and is not only known for his ability to play a villain. In fact, he took on the role of the leading man in Nashville, which ran for a grand total of 6 seasons to the enjoyment of fans. His full name is Charles Esten Puskar III, though, and was born on the 9th of September 1965 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, meaning that he too is just a few days away from turning 56 years old. When it comes to his love life, Charles is one of those guys who has never had a problem finding women who are interested. But this didn't stop him from marrying his college sweetheart, Patty Esten, back in 1991. And you'll be happy to hear that the couple is still happily married with 3 incredible children. No wonder he's the perfect person to play the family-obsessed Ward. What do you think of the real ages and life partners of the Outer Banks cast, though? Feel free to let us know in the comments section down below.